What's going on, guys? Coach Madden, YouGoProBaseball. We are here again at Zone Sports Academy, Bridgewater, New Jersey. Beautiful facility. I'm here with Coach Duke Baxter and Coach Steve Nicorak, and we're going to talk about in this video how to throw BP. Great BP, money BP, because it's definitely a tough skill to do. And I want you guys to take me through the whole thing, from front toss to, live BP. What do you guys got?
So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna do front toss. We're gonna do front toss. We're gonna be 15 feet away. I'm gonna go back. I'm trying to keep the ball on the line, and I'm gonna toss it to Coach Steve so we can hit. So for those of you that can't throw overhand or not sure or aren't really accurate, front toss, you'll see it all over college baseball, the big leagues. Everybody does front toss. Just like they do a tee, they do front toss. It's just another way to save your arm, to work on timing, to work on reps. So it looks just like this. So all we're gonna do is I'm just gonna take my hand back, boom. Show him the baseball, bring my hand back. I can pinpoint wherever I want this baby. And then he's getting lots of reps. I show him the baseball, I bring it back, and I throw it. Stay behind the net, stay behind the screen.
I think the biggest thing, guys, is the timing of it. Notice how Duke's showing me the ball. He's going back nice and slow. It's the same thing when you're doing side toss, but allowing the hitter to get set in between pitches is huge. We've all had those coaches that just try to go rapid fire. They're just out there and they flick it at you real quick. But then you're rushing the batter. They don't have time to get loaded. They don't have time. The rhythm is off, the timing. It's challenging. So the way Duke shows the ball, then goes back slow, we're still working from 15 feet. So he might be only tossing that ball 20 miles an hour, but it's still getting on me pretty quick. So for you coaches that are worried about, well, it's not fast pitching, but the reaction time of it from 15 feet is still relatively quick, compared to somebody standing 46, 50, 60 feet away.
That's a great point. Another thing that I see a lot too is, especially with the younger kids, coaches will do front toss, but they'll really start to lob it up there. And I think that's doing the young hitter, a disservice, because they really need to be able to see that ball on a plane as well, see a ball on a line. So don't be afraid, even if it's a younger player, to try to get it on a line. Be more flat than loopy, because that's going to help your players in the long run too. You could scoot it up, scoot it back, depending on their age and how firm you're flipping that ball. Perfect. What do you got for overhand?
Next phase, we're gonna go overhand. I'm gonna sit on a bucket, because so many times we see, and we actually got this question the other day in one of our live Facebook posts, was we have a coach that's 6'6". He stands like this and he's throwing balls to the kids, and the ball's coming straight downhill to a 6-year-old that's this tall. So the ball's coming on a plane like that. So he gets up and coaches, you want to try to keep the ball in the same plane as the age of the player. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to sit on a bucket, because it's easier for my arm. It's easier if I don't have to throw as hard. Again, I'm 15 feet away. Now, Coach Steve just put up a target for me. Coaches, this helps a lot. There's a tee and a softball, or a tee and a baseball. That way you're not looking at the player, you're just looking at your target. Makes it so much easier.
Even coaches in the major leagues have it. They have the box right on the turtle, with a painted on catcher. So throwing to a target makes it a heck of a lot easier than looking at the batter and hoping it's going to be a strike.
Yep. So, I got a bucket of balls. Here I am, I'm in the same position, I'm nice and smooth. I create my arm circle, and coach hits it. Again, I set. This is money BP, coaches. Money BP. Set up. Throwing right down the middle. You notice I'm not doing this and just whipping balls. I'm showing, I'm getting myself set. He sees my arm, and the ball's coming through. So sometimes you'll see coaches and they stand up and they throw like this. This happened the other day here. The coach is throwing BP like this, throwing balls. The L screen's over there. This is where we have to stand when we're throwing BP. You don't stick your head out and throw like this, because a line drive's gonna hit you. So you stay behind, boom. Don't worry, you can see what's going on behind the screen. Don't stand here. This is not a good spot to be.
Let's talk about something we haven't touched on yet, but timing. We talked about timing of the hitter, but timing between the pitches. Sometimes I see guys too, coaches will rush it and the batter never gets time to set up. What do you got on that?
I like at least taking a second or two in between pitches. Taking a second or two, you want to make it game-like. You get in there, you're never going to take 15, 20 swings in a row. Aside from the time in between pitches, I like doing shorter rounds too. I'd rather see you guys throw 6 rounds of 5 than 3 rounds of 10. Or, Go shorter rounds. Take 3 to 5 swings. Get good focused swings other than, all right, here's a bucket, Johnny, and you're going to throw him 35 pitches in a row. You know, at that point, you're just swinging just to swing. There's not really a purpose behind it.
And you start to break down, you know, get tired, and the swing starts, you're doing more of a disservice to the guys than anything. I shot a video a while ago, a year or two ago, with Bobby Tewksbury, and he was talking about for the older guys now, for like he works with some major league guys. He was showing me on the hit tracks, but you guys have hit tracks over here, right? You're getting another one? Yeah. That's awesome. That's so cool. He was talking about when he's working with the pro guys, he actually sits on the floor and throws overhand. And he showed me on the hit tracks the plane of the pitch when you're sitting versus standing and throwing, and it's exactly major league average plane-wise. So that's a drill he does with the pro guys. So that would be a great drill for, you know, high school age guys, I think, college guys, professional guys. I just thought that was a really cool tip. Big time. What do you got for the coach who has never done this before? Like, okay, it's easy for you guys. You throw money BP. This is what you do. This is your thing. What about for the new dad? What can he do to work on it to get better at it? Like, is there anything he can do?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's like anything. It's like when we're teaching our players, we teach them all how to pitch, because you all have to be able to throw properly. You teach them how to throw, and then guys can throw strikes and throw it where they want to go. So for you dads out there, for you coaches out there, you go through the same throwing program that you have your kids go through. So you can just get into a position, you set up your targets, you grab the baseball, and you're doing the same small, don't think big arm circle. Just keep a small arm circle. Throw, make sure you finish. Just really, it's just like you're throwing. It's a nice smooth, and you have to be able to duplicate the same exact arm slot. You can't one time go here and then the next time you're doing this. Like, it's got to be nice and smooth. It's nice and easy. Remember, you're close, because some dads will go and just throw rockets from 10 feet away and be like, you have to be able to hit this. Like, no, I'm used to hitting it when the guy's way back there, not when he's standing right here, throwing the ball fast and hard, and because the timing, that's almost like 150-mile-an-hour fastball. If you're this close throwing normal speed, like you have to try to make it realistic. And I know that on, I believe it's like ballcoach.com, they have like that chart, or they have a chart that says, okay, from X distance, this miles an hour equates to this speed. So you can kind of, you know, get an understanding with a chart that you can throw 25 miles an hour from a close distance to kind of simulate 60 miles an hour or whatever the chart is. But
that's a great point. Now that you pointed out, like, also don't, you know, first of all, don't get discouraged. Again, it's a learned skill. Like, you have to practice it. If you're new to this, I'm terrible at BP. I don't practice enough because I'm not throwing the hitters enough. But it's something that you can develop over time. Look at the distance here that coach was just throwing from. I see all the time coaches trying to go too far. They're almost back to the pitcher's mound. It's so hard to be consistent in the strike zone from there, right? So shortening it up. Also, don't feel like you have to throw super fast. I remember in pro ball, the coaches, like, a fast thrower would be like low to mid 60s. A lot of the guys were in the 50s throwing. And when you're here closer on the bucket overhand, it doesn't have to be that fast, because, like you said, the perceived velocity is faster. The distance makes it look faster to hitters. So they're still getting that hand-eye coordination. They're working on it. They're getting better. So don't feel like you have to be too far or too fast when you're starting off with your BP.
plus, think about how hard it is to actually stand 60 feet away, 6 inches, and try to throw strikes.
I couldn't do it.
Like, come on. Like, and how long would you actually be able to last doing that? That's why you're calling it money BP. You have to be able to throw good BP, not, oh, swing at anything close. That's what happens when the further you get away, the less strikes you throw, the more you want them to swing, or else, you know, they're taking 5 pitches in a row, swinging at balls. Like, so get close, get the screen, get close, get the smush balls. You can stand on a knee to the little guys with the smush balls, and you're just tossing and like, just have fun with it and just be able to get the ball over the plate.
It kind of goes to what we were saying about the fungo video. If you haven't seen that one, check it out. It's called How to Hit a Fungo Like a Boss. But it's all about efficiency in your practice. Like, the more committed, or not committed, but the more consistency is the word I'm looking for. The more consistency that you have when you're throwing, the more efficient your practice is going to be. Like Duke said, if you're all over the zone and the kid's swinging at 1 of 7 pitches because all of them are balls, you're not going to have a very efficient practice. The kids aren't going to be getting better. You're going to be losing a lot of games. So the better you can be as a coach at BP, the better your team is going to be in the long run. So really focus on it. Don't get discouraged. Check out Dominate the Diamond. It's for coaches at any age level. They broke it down into different age levels, different groups. I'll leave the link down below. It's just a set of video, tons of video with all their knowledge that they put together over the years to help coaches have a lot of success on the field. So really, really valuable asset for you coaches. Check it out at the link below. Thank you so much for watching. If you got any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video.